After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They're in the second quarter now in Oakland. The Raiders there have opened a 2-touchdown advantage. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. On first down, it's Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Hey, Alpha!
Looking to throw on second down. Shipley. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Will Fuller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
On the set. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50.
From the gun, Gannon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On 3rd down, Moore. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for Arizona. Taken in at the 11. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a
look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, L.A. Damian Rattling. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Gannon. He's going to wind up and air it out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Get it.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
Slam, slam, slam.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, that's another short run there, and I think the easy thing is to look at him right now and say, let's get away from him entirely. Let's start throwing the football, but I don't think you ever entirely abandon the run. It helps set a tone for the game for you, keeps your offensive linemen feeling good about themselves, and it actually tamps down a defense's pressure because if you just throw it all the time, it's going to tee off with the pass rush.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. He's going to field this at the 4. Now, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's more. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
60 outlaw.
At the 42-yard line.
We won. Ready.
On second down, Johnson.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Down. 60 yards. Night, sweetheart.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moore. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And the Cardinals first down.
Here we go. Set. 8-3. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Big grip.
Throwing on 1st down. Gannon. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Gannon. And able to find Kirk complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Ready up.
Me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
You're out.
Joker. Swing.
On 1st down, Moore. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? From the gun, Gannon. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
15-1.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 8-yard line.
Ready.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. Gurley's got the 1st down and then some. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here's Gurley. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there, second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Check your hot read.
6-6, pull it high. Rock it.
Turn it up.
On the toss, it's Gurley. 27 yards there, a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line.
Go.
Switch.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, lock it.
Jones. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Looking to throw. Gannon. He's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, Gannon. And this is going to be incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Gurley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Watch the screen. Shift. Watch the shift. 58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Come on. Go.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team he's going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Gurley now. Toss right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Second and 12 at the 22-yard line.
Set. 18 Gator. Leo. Showing it. Cut.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Now Gurley. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Let's go now. 15 Lonnie.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 36.
Ready, go.
Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike. Oh, you got deep?
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely.
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
On the ready.
50. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long
Blue draw Corkers.
It's going to be a long day.
Sponge. Snap.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Los Angeles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for